together, and
Testing,
I
testing.
got you.
One, two,
I
three,
got you. I
four.
got you. Everybody, welcome to the Off the Record presented by Artistry Unbound and JK Not Kidding Studios. We have five amazing artists here. We have Say, we have Maverick Daniels, we have Chris Powerz, we have Praze, and we have Khalfani. These are all curated by our lovely friends at Artistry Unbound. So everybody here is going to present 1 minute snippets of their song, something that they're working on, something that they put out recently. And we're going to figure out of all these people, who's the best rapper? I know it's a little controversial, but I know everybody here as rappers. Everybody got a little ego, Thanks. Everybody think that they're the best rapper, but we got three amazing judges who are going to determine who's the best rapper, and the winner is going to win some free studio time here at JK Not Kidding Studios, located in Shelby Township. So I'm going to take it over to Justice to tell you a little bit about what Artistry Unbound does.
Yeah, so AU is an event series that happens in the city. We do it a couple times a year. We are trying to up it a little bit more. We're trying to get some funding so that we can provide back to the community. But all of these artists have been a part of our journey in one way or another, whether that is behind the scenes, whether that is being a performer at one of our amazing events. Right now, we're working with JK, have been amazing, have sponsored two of our events so far, sponsored our stage. So this is just an amazing gateway opportunity to do some more with you guys. We did a Candid Conversation. You were a part of that too. So it's great to be talking to you this time instead of having you behind the camera.
Being in front of the camera instead of behind. This is new to me.
It's the AU effect. I don't know what's happening.
I'm not hosting a show. So that's crazy. Maybe this will lead me to do more stuff. Yeah. John, that's up to you. Anyway, so I guess first we're going to just go ahead and hop right into it. We're going to start with Praze, right? How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing, bro. It's an amazing feeling to be here. I'm blessed.
All right. Where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
Man, so I was born in Detroit, lived downriver for a while. Okay. But I would say I'm mostly from Warren. So
okay.
East side.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. I got you. Is there anything you want to say before we play your track?
Honestly, I do want to say something. I had no idea that we were going to be comparing. I would rather literally a cappella if that's possible, right off the top of my brain, honestly.
I mean, maybe
we love that. Yeah.
Maybe we can set that up.
Yeah, if you want to spit it a cappella, that's.
Yeah, I would rather do that because the song that I sing is a song that's a group song, so I would rather do something.
Put pressure.
Yeah, this is pressure.
Yeah, I'll say put pressure on.
I might fold. So, but I'm gonna give it my all.
That's the most important thing.
Yes, sir.
All right, John, let me know when you're ready to play it.
Yeah, take it away.
All right, let's go.
All right, so. It's the return of the jerk with a purpose and passion for verbiage emerging straight up out the dungeons of this rap shit with whack niggas searching for the center of the labyrinth. Yeah, they end up falling victim to the minotaurs and madness. Actually, just a man up in the mirror's beast mentality. He's baggage battling past tragedies. That's catastrophe. Disastrously bomb the bastard seat. I'm who Pharaoh be. The thought of Pharaoh seems parallel to feeling liberty. Free to do as what you please. Immorality, the line in between. Niggas hate to see curtains swinging. Clay feet on they idols bringing. Imprints on they brainstems. Got fan behavior that's dangerous. Keeping modulations capable of veiling king odds when defense is down. Especially when that should be friendly fires. I repeat, dog, ain't discreet, dog. Got the back knife, you helly blind. Labels want to know my shoe size. Tell them kick rocks, I ain't selling mine.
True. Hell yeah.
There we go.
I'm going to leave it there.
She started on hot.
I got to.
Man, that's...
I didn't know what it was, but I'm going to take it there. If we talking about studio time here at John's, I will be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was very interesting because when I listened to the snippet, because I went back and did some research on all y'all, I was listening to the snippet and I was like, man, why did you choose this song? I was like, but like hearing it when you rap it, it's a lot different. Right. Personally, I would have loved if you chose Imagine because that was my favorite song. I went back. I love Imagine. Imagine was a great song. So what's the story behind that song?
Imagine, honestly, I'm gonna be so transparent. Imagine is a YouTube beat that I did not pay for. I'm being so transparent.
We are not advocating for stealing.
Oh my God.
Nobody
steal,
please.
please.
The thing is that I know that is just mixing a pot up. So like right now, I feel like I'm in a stage of mixing a pot up, getting it to simmer, before I can really cook. So I'm allowing people to see what I determine is free music. This is what 100 viewers that I'm really talking to. So I know this is just the surface level of what I'm scratching. But Imagine is a song that just came together from me hearing a beat. I love soul. Whenever I hear soul, I want to spill mine. So I spilled mine, and I felt like I just touched base on something that's very important, that if you can think of something, you can achieve it. Instead of chasing after this or that or the third thing, you know, things that leave us in cages or maybe even in the grave. You know, you can think yourself out of that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's powerful.
Do you have any specific examples in your life?
In my life, where I had to use my brain to.
You had to overcome something?
I'm sorry.
You had to overcome something?
Oh, many times, man. Many times. Honestly, when I got out of high school, I had no idea what I was going to do with myself. So I had to overcome my own mental battle and struggle between me and my own spirit. So when I say that, what I really mean is just that my mind pulling me separate places, having imposter's syndrome, thinking, damn, am I really this hot? Can I do this or do that? What should I do? Where should I go? Not really knowing. I don't want to be too long-winded, but I could go all day on that subject.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and you know, that brings up kind of a question I was kind of planning on asking later, but you kind of brought it up here. Is like, I know you're like a relatively newer artist.
Exactly.
You started posting music back in like December 2024.
Yes, sir.
And before that, you really weren't like involved in music or anything like that. So how is it kind of like finding yourself in music as like an artist, finding your sound, finding who you are in music?
That's a great question. Finding myself in music is really just being who I am. So allowing, like I said, to let just my soul spill on the page and transfer it to the mic and to the wire into yo wherever you're listening to, and be my authentic self. But that's because I was so multifaceted. Honestly, I was blessed to have like a chance to be open-minded, to see separate, different type of styles of music. And that's what really, you could say my style comes from. Like, when I was younger, I always thought of myself as the most versatile. But I never really dropped music because I was just just in my thoughts. And so I had to really get into it and put my best foot forward instead.
Yeah. I think that's exactly probably how all of us feel. Kind of, you're getting influences from everywhere, and you're very inspired by everything around you, but you're also trying to find where you fit into all of that.
Right, and not to cut you off, but being from, like I said, being born in Detroit, coming from downriver to Warren, the suburbs, being able to be exposed to different things on the radio. My brothers, my mother, my father, all Detroit born and raised. So all of my family, really, and my family comes from way down in Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, places like that. So it's really just anything that you would expect to hear from those different places. That's what I got exposed to. So from Jeezy to Uzi to indie artists to people that you wouldn't even understand, like this guy really listened to the script when he was a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, shake my hand up.
Yeah, exactly.
Shake my hand, brother.
I kind of want to open up the floor to everybody else. If you guys have any feedback or you want to talk about something that he touched on a little bit too, feel free to raise your hand, take the mic.
I got a question. So as an artist, like, we continually like reinventing ourselves, you know, like, and then just as a person as well, you know, how do you like go about reinventing yourself? Say you found a sound that you like, but it's like, okay, I've been on this sound for like 6 months. How do you transition into that next bag, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's a beautiful question. I feel like I'm right there in my life right now because, I mean, like he said, I started posting my own music in 2024, but I've been doing music since I was like 17 years old. So that's
Be getting mic now. There we go.
Oh, my bad.
It was definitely catching from here. But.
My bad. So, So, I've been doing music since I was recording since I was 17 years old. So, like I said, pulling from those different inspirations, and then honestly, you have to find ways to creatively inspire yourself again, over and over again. And it can get tiring to the point where you don't really feel it, but maybe that's a sign to take a break or maybe step away and try something new. You know, have some new experiences in life because you can pull straight from your life and put it straight onto the pen, straight onto the page.
That's real.
That's real.
Do you still use the paper, pen and paper?
I do write with both.
So I also wanted to ask you as well, bro, as someone who started posting in 2024, you know, everyone here has been able to see the development. You know what I'm saying? You going hard. You've been dropping stuff. You dropped 30 minutes before this interview started. Like, Praze been going in. You feel me? So through all that development, what are you learning from the challenges you facing today?
This is the best, probably my best part. It's tough, man, being an underground artist that you were just a kid in somebody else's classroom. And these are mostly the people that you're gonna be displaying it to if you were not very popular. So you're trying to popularize something that's pretty much unknown, and it's like it's very foreign. So it's very, those are the challenges I'm facing. Is like, how do I get this to ring off in people's ears? But like I said, I'm at this point where I'm letting the pot simmer. So I know as I start to build up traction and start to give y'all more of what's behind the curtain, I believe that most of these things will not be issues anymore. But I just try to stay humble about it. I feel like the best way an up and coming artist can really get their name out is trying to go somewhere where people are playing live music and trying to talk. That's how I even got to do Artistry Unbound, Unbound and Unfiltered. It was such a blessing and random. They hit me in my DM and I was like, of course, because I went to their show and I just freestyled on my homeboy beats and just in front of a crowd. And I guess that was the catalyst, but I'm not sure. But just
That's
go
awesome.
places, man.
Just saying yes to things is super important, and
Yeah,
you
yes
get
is a powerful
opportunities.
Yeah, yes is very much a powerful word.
Yeah, William, do you want to move on to the next artist?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do. We're going to move over to Maverick Daniel. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How about you, Artie?
Doing all right. So is there anything you want to say before we play your track?
I'm Maverick Daniel, and rhyming words makes me feel good inside.
Doesn't it all? Oh, let's go play that track real quick.
Who'da thunk that we never get on? So damn far from the block where it started at. Pavement same but the neighborhood's gone. Feel a tug on your chain, it ain't coming back. Where I'm from, and it's thorns in they shawls. If you rip at that cloth, then it's probably gonna cut you back. I ain't never been pertinent at all, man. I'm trying to stop, but my babies keep crashing out. Touch my piece and get cooked like a lawn. Come to grips, it's a reach, but y'all falling out. I was 6 when I first seen the flaws. Off of 6 with my niggas, I'm casting doubts. I'll be sick when the curtain it calls. Be ashes and bones before I go take a bow. They say Maverick too curt when he calls. I'm trying to ball, not trying to lay around. Who'da thought that we ever got on? Who'da thought that we made it at all? Who'da thought that we ever got on? Who'da thought that we made it at all? Who'da thought that we ever got on? I'm trying to ball, I'm not trying to Who'da thought that we made it at all? I'm trying to ball, I'm not trying to stand around. Should've seen it coming, I gotta be honest, you hit it well. These niggas fake like the doggies barking, but it's one nigga hot like they finna nail. If it's one in the top, get you sent to hell. If it's hits in my knot, well, oh shit, oh well. Baby, it is what it is, what it is. When these niggas be fake like they in the field or the NFL. I don't see nothing these niggas say. If I be real bumpy, I read the braille. My dog in the cage like it's MMA. Feeling my pain if you touch the wells. They want my piece in the center stage. And I'm not your crane unless you fucking help. It's really no time for you fucking lames. You can stay in that cave where you love to delve.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about that track, because I don't remember even listening to that one.
Yeah, no, it's unreleased. I got a lot that I'm sitting on right now. It's called Ashes and Bones. It's produced by this gentleman called John Fresco. I found on YouTube or some shit. I've been sitting on a lot for a while. So it's probably earnestly like one of my favorite songs that I have, at least like vibe wise. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely not anywhere yet.
I was say you definitely have been, because I remember I was looking back in your software. You had one release in 2023, and then you kind of took like a 2-year hiatus. If you want to talk about that, you can, of course. But
2023, that's Kennelville, right? Or
no, that would be Less Than 3.
Less Than 3. Okay, so Less Than 3. So okay, I've got a project called Kennelville that I wrote I'm 26 now. I wrote it when I was like 17 to 20.
Yeah.
Right. And then it basically all takes place like 2018, 2019, 2020, like right before COVID breaks out.
Yeah.
And I had been sitting on it for a while. I just kind of didn't know what I wanted to do with it. When I finished it, it was kind of like I was just making music in my bedroom, just like trying to, appease my mental state. Yeah. And towards the end of it, I started to realize like I was getting the hang of shit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what Kendallville is. It's like me like all of everything coming together. And I was like, well, I don't want to just drop all 6 songs that I have and I feel confident in like right away.
Yeah.
So like the pandemic was happening and I was like, all right, I'll like sit in my bedroom and make some more. And then I looked up and I realized like, oh, I don't know how to go about this anymore. Like I've got like the songs that are in the project that I want to do, but I feel like my like sound has developed so much since that point that like I didn't know really how to like merge that. And also just like from a mental clarity point, I was like an entirely different person. Like not to get too much into like my personal background or anything like that, but like before COVID, I wanted to be an Olympian. And then like after COVID, I was like working video production and making music videos and commercials and stuff.
Wow. And
like I took like a massive like 180 for like the direction of what I was doing, and my art changed with that, So
I've got actually 2 questions, if you don't mind.
of course.
One is, what were you training for? What sport? And then second, totally unrelated, but did it help you cathartically to finish that music and release it?
I wanted to be an Olympian in Taekwondo. I was a martial artist. I was like a competitive fighter. It's actually, I like talk about it a lot in the music. Yeah. I'm sure Artie might have noticed.
Yeah, and I also saw a video from like 2018 of you breaking like 5 or 6 bricks and having a black belt. So I was like, dude, you're a black belt in Taekwondo?
I'm a second degree black belt
Hey,
in
let me just
Taekwondo.
say this. Bro be behind the scenes. Don't mess with him, bro. Like, y'all be seeing that he be running around. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, all right, don't do it.
But yeah, no, I think a lot of what I do in life is just like for cathartic release. Like the fighting started out that same way. Like I'm from Brooklyn. I've lived in Detroit since I was like 10, and we moved here. We moved to Brightmoor, and it was like a very stark adjustment from like I had been living in the suburbs of Atlanta. It was like a very like harsh adjustment from the way I was living beforehand, and I wasn't feeling too confident as like a young man being introduced to an environment that had expectations of me that were like abnormal. Like in Brooklyn, I was used to it. Like, it's people up the block that want you to do certain things, but I kind of let my guard down a little bit in Smyrna. So when I got to the Mo, it was very jarring. And my uncle's from California. He's a black belt, and he was going through some things out there, so he came to stay with us. He kind of looked at the situation I was in and was like, all right, let me get my nephew right. So he started teaching me a couple of things, and it was like the first time in my like young adult life that it felt like I had some stability that like I had control over. Like the pen's always kind of been like that for me too, but more from like an emotional standpoint where like fighting gave me the confidence to like be in any room and know that like I'm gonna be all right and like my peers are gonna be all right. And I think like the confidence that I got from like getting my face smashed in front of 3,000 people like kind of carries over to like nothing else can embarrass me at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I've gotten my ass beat in front of like the girl of my dreams. Like that's like nothing else can take me down. You know what I'm saying? So the pen is kind of like adjacent to that. Where like putting the music out is definitely cathartic, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like I love writing the verses. I love seeing my pen improve, and I love like making the music. But like the reason a lot of this shit sits on my phone is like dropping. Ugh. Oh, bro, being on Instagram and being like, somebody please play my song, please listen to me play my song. It's just like I understand that like everybody's got to start from somewhere, but
do you guys all relate to that, or like how do you guys feel about it?
No.
It's not necessarily that I don't agree, but I feel like we all gotta.
I don't know, man. I've never been like a big social media person in the first place.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you could ask Artie, he's done the research on me.
Yeah.
It goes back.
Well, so you
a
only
decade.
got like 3 videos and then like rest pictures, but you like post sparingly.
Yeah. I'm not like a very big like public appearance person, and I feel like once again like the music for me is all catharticism, and it's like a self-release type of thing, and it's a lot of like. It's difficult. I'm sure all these guys can relate to like sit in your room and think like 36 bars plus a hook of like your own personal strife and like sit there and like process that multiple ways over and relive all those moments over and over and over again to make it all sit together, and then to go like put it online. It's like, you know, shit, it's 300 views, it's fine, but then you gotta like shake the fucking orphan cup, like, please, Mr. Sir, like, I'm cool too. And it's like, you know, like for me, it's like I already know that I'm fire. I know that my music is good, and I feel like a lot of like the cathartic release that I get from it is just like being done with the song in my bedroom. When it's time to actually go like, I don't mind sharing the song, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm one of those people where I don't try to be really big on social media. Like I know social media is a part of it, but for me, I get that release when I'm actually able to share it, because it's something that I was doing that I was really passionate about and something that I worked so hard for, and I like. Personally, I don't care if anybody listens to it. I'm happy just putting it out there and knowing that I put it out there, and that's my release for me. But I think the cathartic release for everybody is different. Maybe it's a number, maybe it's just the fact of the matter that you made it and that you did it yourself.
Yeah, I think that's no, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think, to be quite honest, like I think I could be getting thousands of streams and I would still hate dropping. I hate to be like that artist like before I even have people waiting on me, but I think it's just like it's just something about like I just don't think I like social shit. Like I think that's really what it is. I don't like being on Instagram or doing
I think
all of that. That's really what it is. Yeah,
for everybody, especially since a lot of us like are like working jobs or humans have lives.
Yeah, like I don't even take pictures of myself in my own day to day. You know what I'm saying? Like to like try to find something for the music. It's just a lot.
Yeah, I think that's hard for everybody.
Of course, yeah. I'm sorry, I know I've been hogging the mic.
No, you super good.
No,
so,
I was saying probably after this question we'll move on.
Okay, perfect. So as someone who writes, you know, I know you write, and I know you said that was one of your favorite songs. How do you decide a song is your favorite? Is it the beat? Is it the lyrics? Is it the, like, let me know.
That's a great question. I think it's being able to like see myself in it when I'm done with it, you know, like all of those things together, like the beat and the feeling and all that. But I think like I almost want a song to be like a mirror of me in a moment, if that makes any sense. Like I want to show who I was this day of the week when I was dealing with X, Y, and Z. And I think that, I don't know, like you were saying earlier about like how do you reinvent yourself. I feel like that's one of the songs that, like, you can ask Artie, he listened to the rest of my discography. It's not very much like the other things that I've released. And it was one of those moments for me where it was like, yeah, I can do other things than just like have a nice pen and like do the boom bap shit, you know, like, yeah.
I'll get into my comparison later, but can I get Lucas to come down and turn up channel 7 on the talkback so we can actually get the songs coming through the speakers, and then we're gonna move over to Chris Powerz.
Cool. Did you have something you wanted to add?
I would say we're just gonna move on because we are a little pressed for time. So yeah, but I was like, we're always gonna come back around.
While you're setting that up, we can get that question.
It wasn't a question. It was really just to speak on, like, I feel like when you doing something so personal and it's literally you're an artist who opens a door from within for people to look, it's always gonna be tough to really put that on front street. And not knowing the reception, it's so many questions. It's not even just about like, will this get a lot of views, or it's really just about being that man enough to really speak on that. And it's like, that's hard. You know, a lot of people don't understand that. Artistry is hard. Like, that shit is not easy.
It's like one of the more vulnerable things you can do with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, like, a lot of
doing it if you're doing it genuinely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're representing yourself and it's not
exactly.
Do you feel like Artistry Unbound is able to help with any of the feelings and issues that you guys deal with? Like, on, I don't want to say like core level, like what, as our business, what can we do to help you guys along with that process, like that arc?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Lonnie, feel free. I feel like for me, I'm not gonna lie, I think it's just like my own personal mental, like, I just gotta stay ahead of myself, you know, like, yeah, but I do appreciate, like, this does help a lot. Like, this in this very moment is doing something to help me further myself past that, you know.
The best people at content tend to be the ones that have the least emotional connection to the art. So my stance is no, there's really not. Like, outside of what y'all are currently doing, just keep creating the space for the people who are ready. But until an artist is ready for their work to be received like that, you know, it's going to always be an internal battle, because ain't none of us trying to be that. We want to be this, you know.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we're gonna go ahead and move to Chris now. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, bro. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain. Had a long day myself.
Man, I hear you.
Yeah, but I'll say, yeah, I work. I work my 9 to 5. So, but yeah, it's been a little bit of a long day. Is there anything you want to say before we play your track?
Yeah, just for anybody watching, everyone in this house is working hard, you know what I'm saying? So if you get an extra 5 minutes, take your time, do your research, same way Arctic has, because Bird Fight, AU, you know, everybody sitting in this round table has really put their heart into everything that they're doing. So, you know, support your people.
Oh, man, thanks for the shout out. That's so sweet.
I would say, if you're watching, for sure follow everybody here. Keep up to date on what everybody is doing. Because everybody has like a lot of stuff in the works. Everybody's posting regularly and everything like that. But let's go ahead and get into your track.
Let's do it.
Tell me what you want. Maybe if I jump the gun and cut and run and come to my senses other ways. Maybe if I split then I forget I'm the best of it, bet I misbehave. Maybe if I close my mind and bide my time, the voice inside my head will say na 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 na. String theory, how I'm weaving the path. I be tangled in my head, but my body intact. I've been through a lot, my stomach and knots. I'm not going back. Never hold a thread or the web will collapse. So call me Doc, high degrees of uncertainty. Diagnose the clock and proceed with some urgency. Script the past, let it heal like it's 30 feet. Patience, let the guide, and it's said to emergency. Maybe if I jump the gun and cut and run and come to my senses other ways. Maybe if I slip then I forget I'm the best of it, bet I misbehave. Maybe if I close my mind and bide my time, the voice inside my head will say na 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 na.
All right. I was like, I really like that one. That is like a nice vibe to it. I definitely think that when like looking at your Instagram, your releases, the way that you do your album art and the way that you kind of carry yourself, you very have a specific brand. So I kind of want to talk to you about like how was it trying to find your brand and what that was like for you.
Okay, yeah. As far as finding my brand, I try to, as close as possible, tie that to just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I feel like keeping the art organic is just kind of a big part of me and my ideals. So I kind of want my brand to be able to freely represent what I believe in, you know, which is like freedom and creativity, love, like self-expression, those types of ideals. I want to be able to personify that for someone who may not be able to do that themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And then this was a freestyle that you released recently on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
I saw that. I was scrolling through and I saw it, and like the video that you shot for it was, you know, had a lot of colors to it, very bright. It very much seemed like you, and that's why I really wanted to touch on how did you find yourself in that brand and kind of how you have a very distinct brand and color scheme to you.
Thank you.
I definitely want to talk about your journey too, because I was looking back. You have your SoundCloud profile. You started back in 2018. Like I said, I did research on all of you.
Right, this
y'all
Narwhal
acted shocked when I said I do research on all of you. Yeah, but look, I had a lot of time on my hands. Anyways, but yeah, you started releasing music back in 2018 on SoundCloud with From Virgil, and I was listening to that project, really good, really solid. And even then, back then, I still feel like you had yourself nailed down from the beginning.
It's real. Yeah. People don't know about the secret second profile from when I was 15, 14. Man, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And other thing I want to touch on before I get to general questions from everybody else. Also, you recently had a feature on Down with Fetty Fuego, and I wanted to ask you how it was writing for something that was kind of completely different from your vibe, because I would say that is kind of like a complete 180. Like you have you on one end of the spectrum and then Fetty on the other end.
Right.
So I kind of want to talk about how that was writing for that as well.
See obviously what a lot of people don't know, because I'm not always posting necessarily what I'm doing, is, you know, I enjoy working on a lot of different styles. And Fetty too. If you get a chance, check out Fetty Fuego. Super dope. Like you said, super rock star. But Fetty can rap. A lot of people don't know that. Fetty's like, he's a real lyricist at heart.
Yes, he
you
is.
know what I'm saying? So being able to write, like me and Fetty, we hang out, we'll be rapping, freestyling any chance that we get. So being able to make down, the process was very similar to what I'm used to working on, but it was kind of like almost working backwards to where we took our similar strengths and then worked there to kind of pick apart, okay, where can we add like our different styles, our different takes on things. So it honestly was an amazing experience. I enjoy anything that I get to like really deeply get my hands in and like plan out. I'm really organized when it comes to those types of things, structure, the organization of things like that. So it was super fun. Plus I got to do it with the homies. So, it was great. I would do it again all over.
Did it feel good screaming in the studio?
Oh yeah. I had to try to catch up because Fetty, he got it down.
Man, I mean, I know Fetty is my partner. We've been together almost 9 years, and he records those in the house. Like, I've gone to sleep. Like, he records those a room away. So, like, I go to sleep midnight, and I hear him screaming. I'm like, can you stop screaming for, like, 30 minutes so I can fall asleep? He's like, oh, I didn't know you could hear me. So, it's like, it's funny to know that he's getting all the homies on to, like, just being able to scream into
Which
the
is
mic.
so funny because his disposition is, like, the opposite of that.
100%.
Like, Fetty, he'll be chilling. He'll be like, yup. Oh, yep, for sure. And
He's definitely a one-word man.
Yeah, you know me?
Yep.
But that's also dope, too, because it's the duality. It's a balance, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what's up.
So I'm definitely going to open the floor up to everybody else. Any discussions, questions, feedback?
Chris Powerz, man. You are a lyricist, bro. Let that not go unsaid. You are a lyricist, bro. I respect lyricism, and it's the foundation of rap, no matter what nobody say. But what makes you a lyricist? Why do you love lyricism? Why do you value lyricism? And where does that connection come from to make you want to be a lyricist and make you love words and like that? You know what I mean?
Firstly, I appreciate that, bro. For real, I take that to heart. You feel me? But like coming up, the people I listen to, like Mick Jenkins, Joey Badass, you know what I'm saying? The underachievers, like they whole thing was lyricism, but also being able to like spread a positive message, you know what I'm saying? And that whole thing like really captured my gaze, bro. You feel me? Because it's a lot of lyricists out here, but it's hard to find people who like not afraid to be vulnerable and speak on things that are like positively happening, or you know what I'm saying? Different stuff like that. So I'm like, man, forget it. We down that same road, like to be able to help people and create something complex that people can also look back and pick apart and not only be like, okay, yeah, he's spitting, but also like he really talking about something. And I can take this home with me and go like digest that and sit on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's like my main motivation. On top of, you feel me, everybody I hang out with, we rapping. You feel me? So I gotta stay ready, cause
man, Powerz, okay, so since I first met you, you've always been one of the most like welcoming artists who will put a hand on anybody, reach out. You know, you always create space for people to be accepted in your camp. My question, it might agitate. I want to get personal a little bit. Like, do you feel that energy is met in the art scene or the art scenes you've been in? Do you feel like that nature you have has been rewarded or maybe kind of taken advantage of in negative ways? What have you learned over the years through being that type of person?
That's a beautiful question, bro, honestly, for real. But the answer is, again, thank you. I appreciate y'all words, bro. But the answer is both. You feel me? The answer is always going to be both because you're going to meet a lot of people, you know, especially people who, you know, want to be artists and want to be seen for whatever reason. Like, you know, it's a lot of ego that has to be involved, you know, and I can't blame anybody for focusing on themselves or wanting to do things how they do. But at the same time, it is rewarding because for every 10 no's, it's that one yes, you know what I'm saying? And every person that you meet that has that energy, that's willing to reciprocate and, you know, put that hand out to you, bro, it counts more than, you know, anytime you're taken advantage of or yada, 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 because you always, you know, you learn how to move from those experiences. You learn how to move on. But the people who, like, actually are there for you and they decide to, like, make space for you as well, it takes you over the moon. You know what I'm saying? When people think of you in rooms that you're not in and they take the extra time to put something in place for you to move forward, bro, it's it's a blessing, and I can't express anything but gratitude for that, even if it's only a handful out of like the hundreds of people I've interacted with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't never regret that, bro. And again, even being in this space is a reflection of that. So I'm thankful for it. It's a long and hard process, so we still just moving forward, bro.
All right. I think we're going to start moving over to Say. How are you doing today?
I'm awesome. What's up? How you?
I'm doing all right. So is there anything you want to say before we play your track?
# meta.
There you go. Start playing it, John.
Yeah. Body change if you ready or not. Started zagging, it's already a night. All the lies, I can see the facade. All the downs, I can't even decide. Ripping through the benches, you believe it or not. Ride through, let me ride through. Baby, you know you the type I wouldn't lie to. Baby, know you with the skin and she fine too. Baby say she want the ends, I want mine too. She say, there you keep it real, I'm the kind too. Now she wanna take a pic, talking content. I didn't let them run their mouth, it was nonsense. Catch me walking with a dime, probably 9 cents. Watch me rolling smooth like I'm sweetness. I'ma scrape it out the bowl like some wheat thins. They been playing a good role in this defense. All I know is top tier, ain't no cheap here. Everybody gotta go, ain't no cheap here. Started digging in my soul, I don't see fear. Hey, you done signed a contract, now you on the shelf. Had to make another move, it was by myself. I been moving on the low, kinda like a stealth. I done dug the hole deep, got up out of hell.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, appreciate that.
And that was off of your new album Meta that just came out. What was it, a couple of weeks ago? Just about.
Yeah, about 2 months ago.
Yeah. So when I was listening to it, I was trying to put my finger, and I don't know how you feel about comparisons. So I was trying to put my finger on who was reminding me of, and it kind of reminded me of like Yachty, Cochise, Solfego, and I think it's kind of totally different. Like what you chose to pair with what everybody else chose. You chose something a little bit more melodic. That I feel like kind of more speaks to you and who you are. So I would just say commend you on that, and
appreciate you.
I was like, did you want to talk more about your album Meta and kind of what meta means to you as well?
Yeah, thank you, appreciate you on that one. I am more of a melodic guy, you know, but I got bars too, you know. I feel like if you listening for real, I got bars, you know. But meta to me is change, you know. I feel like if you seen a cover, you know, it's just change. It's like a metamorphosis, you know. It's like can't be the same person forever. I don't want to be the same person forever. You know, if you're not growing, you damn near dead, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I do want to kind of talk about, you know, your album cover along with some of the digital art you've been posting as well. And also along with the music videos you've been posting with Gavin, Gavin Captures, and how is that playing a part into the story that you're telling, but also the overall like vibe that you're going for yourself?
That's an awesome question. I think what it is just me presenting who I am, you know, who I am and what has changed. You know, I feel like a lot for me as a person has changed and the music has changed. I just feel like I'm just going through change, you know? And then it's like some people, if you do see the covers or whatever, if you do see the digital art, some people in your life might like ridicule you for changing. You know, they might look down upon you for, oh, man, what? No, like, look at you crazy for wanting to be better for yourself, you know? Exactly. So it's like, I don't care what nobody think, you know? Like, if it's best for me, then it should be best for you, you know?
Yeah, change and growth is a beautiful thing.
Bingo.
Did anybody have any questions, comments, feedback?
I was just going to follow up on, like, the comments you made yourself about, like having bars if you actually listening to it. And I think, like, that's, like, there's a big discussion in like hip hop about like what is respectable and what isn't.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it decreases the size of the space. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't really like help anybody. Like I think like if you listen to like Future, you listen to like V's, if you listen to like 454, you actually like let these guys talk to your ear. Like you actually like pay attention. Like it's definitely like content to be had and usually introspection in a different direction than like gentlemen like we over here provide. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, bro, I commend that. That shit was tough. For real.
And it even brings back like you know, like the exclusionary nature of like back in like the 2010s, like talking about like mumble rap and everything like that.
Yeah.
And people counting that out, saying that it's not real rap or it's not their idea of rap, but it's still completely valid in the space and has a space and deserves to be put next to.
I think it's an extremely dangerous like slippery slope to be on, because like a lot of like, especially when you think about like how rap started and like getting big in the mainstream, like a lot of this is like kayfabe blackness, you know what I'm saying? So like when people get to pointing at like what they can decide a black man can or cannot release, it's like the same thing he's talking about with the digital art. Like you start getting a little bit into like an exclusive box, you know, like we're actually gonna make like an inclusive space here for people to be like earnest with themselves. Like you can't tell me how I should express myself sonically, you know what I'm saying? So
nostalgia is a mother effer. I'ma just put it that way.
Appreciate you.
Nostalgia is one of them ones that it's almost unbeatable. So we have to understand and just respect the fact that it did come from a different place and now it's here. And as well, we should be open to what's coming in the future. But it's just a lot of people can't get past what has happened and what made them fall in love with it. And really, that's what it boils down to.
I got a follow-up question for Say, actually. You know what I'm saying? So for someone who's, you know, you've been in the studio, been in your room working on this for so long, and I know at previous events we had conversations about you coming into a space where you know, stepping outside more as an artist. So from working personally with your art to create it to like translating that into a in-person experience, what's some observations you having?
So I think first off what you said, appreciate you. You know, I'm a fan. I'm a fan first. You know, like before I'm an artist, I'm a fan first. You know, I love music to death, whether it's R&B, rap. You know, I love music. You know, but to follow up on what you were saying though, what I've been observing is just, to be honest, not to sound self-centered, but I just stopped seeking validation outside of myself. You know, I just think if I like it, then who cares who else likes it, you know? I think if I like it, it means the most to me, you know? And I think that's just what I've been observing lately.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Like one thing that I always approach to, like whenever I'm like working on my own music, mixing and mastering my own self, is like if it sounds good to me and it makes me feel good, then it is good. And I don't have to care about anything else that anybody else saying going on and anything else that's going around me. As long as I think it's good and I'm in love with it, then it is good.
Yeah,
and it's it's worthy.
Yeah, facts.
Before we move on to Khalfani, I want to ask you, I have such a different perspective because I do a lot more like marketing for a broad spectrum of people.
Right.
So when you say like the artist in me agrees with everything that you're saying. It's like I can't listen to what everyone says, but like when I'm putting stuff out to get people like you in the rooms for AU, I'm like, what will everyone else like? And like that's always where my mind's at. So it's really, really interesting to hear the difference in what it's like to be you versus what it's like to be me. And I know that's like very simple, but like I'm like, dang, I wish it was that easy where it's like I just love the way this promo looks. Let me just put it out instead of thinking about like, you know, the audiences and thinking about trying to promote it. But
No, because honestly, I think about it all the time too, you know? Like I think about it all the time. Like I might look at my video and be like, I ain't really feeling this no more. You know, I done watched it 60 times. You know, it's like, I don't know what these folks gonna think about it, but it's just like, okay, it's content. Just put it out. Who cares at the end of the day? It's like, I was gonna give an example, but I just blanked. So, but yeah, it's like it's kind of like no, literally, it's like say you got on a crazy outfit, you feel me, your favorite outfit, and then you walk to your mom and she be like, oh, that's what you wearing, you know, like I like my fit, ma, you feel me? So it's like
this is bro.
Literally.
I've been old for a very long time, like very grungy. Like I was the type of person at 14 wearing them striped red and black pants.
Exactly.
Like, Mom was like, I love how you express yourself.
Exactly.
Like, I know you don't like my fit, Mom,
exactly. It
cool,
make you feel a bit uneasy, but it's like, hey,
same,
I feel
same thing
good, you know. So it's like,
happened with me when I started doing freeforms.
Hey, you ain't gotta like it because the hood gonna love it.
My mom hated when I started doing freeforms.
She shaved her head and she got dreads now, so she different. Like, you know, she different. But
hey, you ain't gotta like it because the hood gonna love it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're gonna move over to Khalfani. How you doing today?
I'm fantastic.
That's great. Is there anything that you want to say before we get into your track?
Yeah, my name is Khalfani. I'm an MC from Southfield. This song that you're about to hear is Budding. In the song, if you have the chance to listen to the full thing, I use my experience on the wrestling team as a metaphor to talk about my experience growing up in a black suburb.
All right. Let's go ahead and start that.
Climb it, I need you, no climb it to reach a new idea. I wish you knew time is, but climb it, I need you, no climb it to reach a new idea. I wish you knew time is, but my whole world was touching four corners. Refilled the starting point, telegraphed the farthest. I'm still humble from stress I put on my body. I wasn't savage, I was scrapping, I was starving. 16, 145, curls popping, nose bleeding, underbite fucking up my tongue. Got dropped on my back hard, the wind was forced out of me. Asthma as a child hospitalized me, so I was traumatized. Plus fatigue was a constant. Looking back, anxiety on my back. My heart was a battlefield, my sister was going through it. I really had no idea, my sleep was deprived, and I had beef with my mom's expectations the highest. Don't move the mountain, give me the strength, I'ma climb it. Don't wanna be found, meditation in private, mature for a child. Asian backwards like button, never been nothing.
All right, there we go. Yeah, it's really funny because we were talking before this that I kind of recognized you, kind of knew you because I'm from Southfield myself.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was raised in Southfield, right off Evergreen, right before 8 Mile. And so like I recognize you because number one, I saw a video of you rapping in front of Plum Hollow that burned down. R.I.P. Plum Hollow.
R.I.P. to
Bro, best ice cream spot. I'm telling y'all. If you haven't been to Plum Hollow, you mess on one of the best ice cream spots right there. But then also I saw you recently at the Aretha playing with the Levy Band alumni. And I saw you because Just Call Me Dev, called the King of Southfield. He was there too. So I saw that. Yeah, he reps Southfield. King of Southfield reps Southfield. So,
definitely. Yeah.
So like I wanted to ask you, how was it performing at the Aretha? Because that's a big time venue for sure. And then also, how do you think being an artist from Southfield possibly impacts your music, possibly impacts the way people view your music, or anything like that?
Thank you for asking that. Well, first and foremost, the Plum Hollow, that snippet is significant because I think it's the kind of turning point, because that's the first time I think I successfully was able to tap more than just friends and family as an audience. Yeah. Whether people liked it or not, I don't know, but they saw it. And I think that's a catalyst for me to be able to get to like Shane Park, the Aretha. The experience of playing there or performing there is nuts, bro. It's crazy. But I was prepared for it. Yeah. I've done enough performances that it wasn't no different than performing for 5 people, which I had to do a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. I had to perform in front of 2 people plenty times. I had to perform and not get nobody to respond. So that aspect of it, I think I was prepared for. But the growth that it displays is something I'm grateful for. And then being from Southfield, representing Southfield, to me is just like, man, I think if you look at the history of Detroit, Metro Detroit hip hop, a lot of the people from the West Side are MCs, straight up and down. So I'm in line with the tradition. Even if you look at like an artist like Blade Icewood, who got field ties, you know what I'm saying? But like, exactly. Even if you look at him, soulful samples, you know what I'm saying? Not super cold MCing. That wasn't his vibe, but the beauty of it was there, especially like when he's with Royce or something, right? Yeah. For me, it's just step into that tradition, own that, and then maybe see what becomes of that down the line if I could create platforms for other MCs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then another thing I want to touch on is I saw that you're making music since 2017. Yeah. And then you started going on streaming around 2023. So I kind of wanted to talk about the transition going from SoundCloud to streaming, and kind of what was that kind of turning point or switch for you to be like, okay, I'm ready to go from SoundCloud to go like pretty much exclusively to streaming and putting your music out there for a wider audience.
Yeah. The like mixtape music is liberating. At the time, I did want people to listen, and I wasn't even registering why they weren't necessarily listening.
Yeah.
But I was making some like artsy shit, and most of my friends was listening to drill rap or like, you know, street whatever.
Yeah.
They listening to what's popping, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But it was liberating nonetheless, and that got to be my time to learn my voice. I got to create without being concerned about my message. But that 2023 album, Happy Crashes, that is the point where it's like I can no longer make music that isn't in alignment with the message, even if the style is this or that. The message has to stay consistent, and that project is that's the focal point of this new like revelation.
Yeah. I'm gonna open up the floor. Anybody have any questions? Immediately question. Immediate.
Literally, I'm gonna be so honest with you. I respect you so much on the guys, cause it's like everybody not gonna rep Southfield, you know? Like folks just gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm from the city, I'm from the west, I'm from the east. You could easily be like, oh, I'm from the west, cause that is on the west. You feel me? It is on the west, but it's like I respect you so much for repping Southfield. You feel me? Cause one, it's not a lot of people doing that, and then two, folks gonna perp, you know, at the end of the day. So what makes you like so on Southfield? You know, like, yeah, this is my city. You know, what makes you so like passionate?
I mean, well, like I can easily say that JCM Dev created a lane by creating a market and a brand for the city of Southfield, to where it's not that awkward for me to just say like, yeah, like, cause I known that man forever. You know what I'm saying? However, on a deeper level, Southfield is one of the main focal points that people on the west side migrated to. It is a black city. You know what I'm saying? It's a black city. And I think that like we need to be able to have the conversation about black cities that operate off of plantation politics, where it's like white leaders and we still identify and operate as if we're a minority, even though we have like social capital. So not to, I could really get to going down like political theory route, but you know what I mean? It's just, I wanna create that conversation. And like I said, bro, I grew up around so many dope, like they be rapping and nobody gets the chance to hear. So I wanna kick that down and then say, yo, come on. And we can rep this little locale, because on the national level, it's still West Side Detroit.
Yeah. And I say, get them boys from A&T involved.
You dig? No, if you go to Southfield A&T, DM me right now. But only if you an MC, only if you trying to rap for real.
Yeah.
So before I ask this question, I just want to give everybody a little background on my relationship with Khalfani. You feel me? I think we met in maybe 2021. You know what I'm saying? It's been probably about 4 or 5 years since the moment I met this man. He has been one of the hardest working people I know. Like, when Happy Crash came out, I will never forget. He had stickers all over the city. Stickers, business cards, you know what I'm saying? This is just one of many things. I go to a gas station like 4 cities away from where he's staying and see his face everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And like even at events, it doesn't matter what it was, you know, whether we rapping, we freestyling, whether it be poetry, he's always ready. It's always something different, always posting. So I gotta ask you, bro, like, what make you work so hard? You know what I mean? What makes you so passionate to where you putting in 10 times more than anybody else who out here right now?
Thank you for that. That's crazy. I work because I want to be heard. I work because I trust deep down that I got something worth hearing. I work because I think people need to see what work looks like. And I want to do the right thing. And I work because I really love hip hop. But I love hip hop in its essence of being like a black creation in this country, the result of poverty, an art form that combined every other art form to create something that culturally has now resonated, you know, globally. And I mean, I also work because I really want to know what it feels like to perform for like 70,000 people on like a festival stage or something like that. But I want to know if it's really possible, which I think it is, for me to get to that level, making the kind of music that I'm making right now. and not making some other like.
Yeah.
You did.
Not conforming to the industry
I done
standard,
tried to be average
norm,
before.
everything like that.
I tried to be average like
Now
when I was in my early 20s. Like I'm 25 now. When I was back then, I was just like, let's go. Like I'm gonna make whatever. I'm gonna say whatever. That didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Like I feel good with songs like Ladybug or Budding, which we just listened to. Like that makes me feel joy. So yeah.
I think it's important to remember it's so many different spaces for hip hop to thrive. Like we was just talking about, from mumble rap to people like Coda the Friend, people like Chance the Rapper, and that's along the lines. I don't really like to compare people, but I definitely vibe with that side of the universe that I feel like your music is kind of in that side of the galaxy of what hip hop is, because it's literally a galaxy. You can go listen to Fetty, you can go listen to Khalfani, you can go listen to Say, and me, Chris, like you gon' hear it. Like it's different. Whatever everybody gets inspired by, it's a wide range. So just respect that. Like respect.
Yeah. So I think right now we're going to move to some general questions for everybody.
Yes.
And Justice, you're going to head upstairs.
I am.
Yep.
All right, our favorite lady of the night. Yeah.
So I'm going to hand off Justice's mic to say. And then you guys can kind of pass the mics between everybody. We're going to do some general questions while Justice and two of our other judges are determining who's going to get the studio time. But while they're doing that, we're gonna get into some questions.
Let's do it.
They're not going to be hard hitting. I promise you. So I think the first one I want to start off with is kind of softball. What is your guilty pleasure song? So a song that you don't want to admit that you listen to, but you secretly love. And I will do mine, but you guys got to go first.
Your body, wahala. My dude Jaleel, man, wahala. That is my guilty pleasure. That song is amazing to me. I ain't gonna lie. That is straight Afrobeat greatness. I don't care what nobody say.
Exactly. Who wanna go next?
I say Someone to Call My Lover, Janet Jackson.
Okay.
I'm about to expose myself. I'll be up here talking all that black liberation talk, but like, bro, Right Where You Want Me by Jesse McCartney. All right, this is a feel good joint, bro.
I'm really struggling with this question because, like, as introspective as I am with the releasing of my music, like, if I think something's cool, it's cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play that shit.
Exactly.
So like, I really like, like, what's a song that I listen to?
You gotta hide that from
that. Yeah.
You gotta hide from everybody.
Something that like, like something that I like really can't.
You can't play with the baddies in it.
Nah. Oh, okay. No, I know. Actually, I have a good answer for this. I have a little sister.
Mm-hmm.
She's 21, and being like 5 or 6 years older than her, I remember a lot of like the Disney Channel songs that she used to listen to better than she remembers them, because she was just a little ass kid. So like, if you put like some Selena Gomez on by me or some Hannah Montana, like a young nigga privy to like start going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, probably like The Climb or something like that. Something like that. Yeah, The Climb, bro. Yeah.
That's amazing.
You know,
she had a run.
No, she went crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. She went Hold Down Showdown. She really went in with that shit, bro. Like, you got to give Miley her bag, bro.
Oh yeah, Chris. Yeah.
Her rap bag too.
We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. I'm not condoning 23. That's not. I'm not co-signing that. I'm not co-signing white twerk Miley.
I'm out here to say, this is a rap live stream, but we are not gonna talk about rap and Miley. All right, we are not gonna do that right now. All right, Chris.
23 was hot when I was.
He said I'm tripping. Like,
just me.
Yeah. Nah, no faking. I know exactly what mine is. It's funny because the way I found the song is not like how I found my music. But yo, it's this show called Don to Don, right? Oh, yeah. Season 1, bro.
Okay.
They got this opening. Don't understand a word that's being said.
Hardest
song in the discography, bro.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Don't understand a lick.
You feel me? But no, it goes super crazy. Like, what's their name? It's like, the band just go crazy, bro. You feel me? You don't got to understand it. The instrumentation is just so well put together. It's organized. And I'm like, yo, they was doing a thing on this one. You feel me?
I don't have a guilty. Well, I have two guilty pleasure artists. So first one, 2 words, Alanis Morissette. Y'all cannot tell me Alanis Morissette is it's tough. And then my other one is Weezer. If anybody knows me, huge. I'm a massive Weezer fan.
So why you feel like it's a guilty, guilty pleasure?
Because this thing, I would not put Alanis Morissette in the car when I'm in the car with my friends. I'm not sticking in Alanis Morissette. Same thing with Weezer. My friends would be like, "What the fuck are you playing?"
Yeah.
But bro, I love Weezer.
That's how I feel about Bia Badoobie.
Yeah.
Be a Badoobie.
I can't play her music.
I'll make a cup of coffee for your head. Yeah, she fine too.
I just want to shout out a song that's not a guilty pleasure, but it's a feel good. It's Worth It by Ray.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I love Ray. She's my favorite.
So another question I got for you is, what artist, dead or alive, would you love to collaborate with? So it can be producer, artist, rapper, singer, who in the span of music. Who would you love to collaborate with?
Miles Davis.
Miles Davis. That's amazing. Yeah, that fits in. Yeah.
My bad, sir.
Jay Dilla.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I got a list. Bodie James, Earl Sweatshirt. We can go Biggie Smalls. I can rap with anybody, bro. I swear to you. I swear. I'm not playing. I can go with Uzi, Pierre. And we can do anything. These are dudes who really inspire. Doom.
I think you and Uzi will make it crazy.
Bro, we would go crazy. Doom, we would have went crazy. And you can name anybody, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but all of the greats.
Success for me in hip hop is getting to the point where I could collab with like Hov Slim.
Yeah,
for sure. But I really wish I could have an album intro narrated by Toni Morrison, like with my whole heart and soul.
That'd be hard. I got a whole list, but somewhere to the top of that list would actually probably be Raven Lene. You feel me? Like the way she constructs her music, bro, is so like it's on another planet. You feel me? And I take a lot of inspiration from that, so I feel like that's a good one right there.
Yeah.
Joyce Rice.
I was like, man, those all sound the fire songs. I think one of the questions that we kind of touched on a little bit here or there is kind of what inspires you or your music, whether it be like person, place, thing, nature, or it could just be what inspires you personally. Like if you have like just like your simple drive for music, just kind of like what inspires you, or who or what inspires you. I apologize.
Don't want to sound like so cut and dry, but life in general. Spirituality, God is a big inspiration. I gotta draw from what I feel like my people will value. Not only that, what my people might dance to, what my people might cry to, what my people might bump their head in the whip to.
Yeah,
that's what motivates me to make music in the first place. It's just honestly falling in love with it and being like, damn, can I do that? Damn, I can do that. All right.
For me, it's kind of like I was saying earlier. It's a lot of like release, but I started writing when I was a kid, like 10 or some shit. I had a dream about a girl that I had a crush on, and I wrote her a song in the dream, and I woke up and I wrote the song down. And I showed it to my mom's, and she was like, "I'm kind of mad because it's kind of tough." You know what I'm saying? But like I come from artists. Like my mom's a writer. My dad works in like film production.
Yeah.
And I'm from New York, so like culturally for me, it's always been like I'm from Bed-Stuy. I was like born on Hancock Street in the brownstone. Like for me, like it's like always been like I said, my dad works in production. He did like music videos and stuff growing up. So for me, it's like when I was in the roughest part of my childhood, when I first moved to the Mo, it was kind of like a way to like immortalize the homies, I guess. It's like, like making sure that like even if only 3 people hear it, like if something happened to us tomorrow, like I'll have a place to put like my actual life and the things that we were experiencing in those moments, like keep them on wax, I guess, So that's really every single time I get to the pen, that's the first thing I do is like how can I see me and my peers in what I'm trying to get across,
For me, I found the most clarity when I realized and accepted that my hip hop, my version of it, is closer to the literary tradition than the entertainment or music tradition. And like leaning into that and embracing that, it actually, I think, is how I make better music, because I'm like, no matter what, I'm staying there. Like, that's my lane, that's my focus, that's my soul.
Yeah.
Oh, so to be honest, I think what inspires me for real is other art, other creatives. I feel like being in rooms like this inspired me, I feel like we all inspired by somebody, and I can't even sit here and fake it and say I'm not inspired by y'all. I feel like this is a room full of creatives. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
Even you, even everybody inspires me. I feel like art in itself just inspires me, to create.
Yeah.
Yeah, for myself, I think it's kind of multiple sides to it. Obviously we all draw inspiration from different places. There's a bitter part of me, that feels the need to prove something, to prove myself. And for me, what that kind of looks like is just the fact that, like, in my lane specifically, it's hard to find people who mess with you for being, vulnerable, for talking about, for showing your heart on your sleeve, And, like, that part of me just kind of wants to prove that it can be done, and you can be successful through that while being a genuine version of yourself and uplifting others for the same reasons, But the other part of that is also the people around you, man. Once you start stepping in the rooms where people, they see you and they acknowledge the work that you're doing, and they proud of that. They want to see you keep going and see you do your best. Like, it's hard to turn that part of yourself off because you feel like you're doing the homies wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, these people behind me, obviously this is something I want to do for myself, but people that I care about deeply, like, they really put that trust and belief in me. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I wake up multiple days not feeling like doing X, Y, and Z, but as soon as that thought hits your brain, you kind of like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think, let's see. I think the last question I want to ask before we get into who's going to win the studio time here. What is your experience with AU, or how has AU impacted your life or your artist journey?
So I go first. AU, I walked into AU as a model, At first, I was a model for one of my best friends' clothing brand. And then I got invited to the Unfiltered, Got a chance to showcase my talent and what I do. I was kind of on the fence about it, because I'm not like I ain't gonna say I'm not the traditional rapper, but I haven't done ciphers. I just probably rapping the whip, freestyle over.
Yeah.
So it just.
I feel like that's what everybody's done. It's like you've like been in by yourself and like freestyle, but it's a whole different experience freestyling in front of a bunch of people.
But what made me really like say, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Growing up watching the Hip Hop Awards, growing up watching the ciphers, watching your favorite rapper Spaz. I'm not sure if you know Blind Fury.
No, I've heard.
If you know, you know. If you used to watch 106 in Park, you feel me?
Okay.
But other than that,
Yeah, World Star Hip Hop crazy back in the
day. Facts. And then facts. But AU impacted me just in a ton of ways. I feel like just embracing community. Being able to reach out to other artists, being able to touch other artists. Pause. No, for real though. Realistically though, it's not every day you get to run into artists who's genuine and super cool and who want to actually learn more about your music, about your art.
Exactly.
So I feel like AU impacted me in that way for real.
So I have a little bit of like an interesting pathway to being with AU. I like my father do like production work for the Bills. You know what I'm saying? And, I met a young lady on a set who wanted to do a photo shoot project of her own, and I had like a camera van built out for another project I was working on. So I helped her. We did that, and I met Faith through that, who like is one of the admins for the program, and she messaged me on the side and was like, "Hey, would you be willing to like come, help us run Artistry Unbound 2 and stuff?" And I was familiar with what they had going on, but I didn't really know what I would do myself to actually like assist them, So I said sure, and I like just kind of helped keep people going, kind of like an event coordinator, stage manager type situation, keep things aligned. And then they did Unbound Unfiltered, and they asked me to come back. And the girl I was dating at the time was like, "Well, you don't tell anybody you rap, so how's anybody supposed to know you rap?" So during the cypher, I just grabbed the mic and I closed it out. And then, at the end, Justice was like, "Was that off the top or did you write it?" I was like, "No, I read it." And she was like, "Oh, like, you rap? And I was like, yeah. So when they asked me to do this, they put me in the group chat with everybody else. And I read it, and I was like, oh, just let me know when you need me. And she texted me on the side, and she was like, no, like, go be an artist, like, platform yourself. And I was like, oh, shit, like, I can, sure. Like, I guess, yeah, I don't be, it's kind of like I was saying Khalfani earlier, too, though. It's like, for me, it's like the personal cathartic release. Like, I don't really walk around artists on my show, but I'm definitely glad to be here. I think it's really cool to, like, you know, for me, the doing what I was doing was enough, because I think like building community for art is like the most important thing you can do. And I think I'm extremely lucky and blessed to be able to like work the way I work and like be on like union commercials and TV shows and movies and stuff. And like for me, it was kind of like finding a way to like help bridge those gaps. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to be able to like give more like direct branding market opportunities from like, you know, the fucking Snipes commercials or blah blah blah, and like really tie everything together for like the people out here who are actually the talented ones making the work. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people who are, let me say, like more or less like greener, and as far as the artistry goes. Yeah. You know, and I really appreciate the opportunity to like not only like contribute in that for my peers, but like kind of do a little bit of myself. You know, because like. I love film, don't get me wrong, but like for me it is kind of a job. Like, you know, hip hop was always the first thing for me. Like it was always to me like, oh, like my dad does music videos. It wasn't like my dad works on commercials. You know what I'm saying? So like that's really like the core of like what I think culturally I relate to all of this is like trying to be able to tie all that together. So I really appreciate AU and like the, you know, different artists and everybody in the room for giving me the opportunity to do that.
My connection to Artistry Unbound came I would say serendipitously, because they was on my radar from the first, like from day one, from the jump, but never made the connection. But I learned after, you know, being introduced to the space that I want to shout out Faith, because I learned that she had, you know, been speaking positively of me without having ever met me. She saw my work and embraced it. Yeah, for sure, shout out Faith. So I want to speak to what this space represents, because we need platforms like what Artistry Unbound has cultivated, where different types of hip hop can be embraced, because we're fighting a very important fight when we make stuff that's real, because stuff that makes money is usually what is platformed, obviously, but what makes money is not always what makes money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what we think makes money because we're told that that's what makes money. But I think we could all make money making something that feels good to us. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if we're all helping each other out.
Yeah, exactly. And that is what Artistry Unbound has created in our region. And it's like we have those other platforms. I'm not trying to bash other types of artistry. But I'm saying that you know, there is a scene that's just been waiting for a chance. Waiting for a chance. And it had to come from the ground. It had to come from the streets. It couldn't come from the top down. So, you know, I'm privileged to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll say one thing about like Artistry Unbound that I really appreciate, and just the music scene in Michigan, is that with people like around our age, kind of like in our 20s, 30s, I would say we are very inclusive, and we want to expand the music scene in Detroit. And like I've been around like the band scene, hip hop scene, like R&B scenes, like all different types of scenes, and I would say that everybody that I've met so far is so inclusive and wanting everybody to like have their chance to shine, and wanting everybody to be included and build platforms for people to really showcase and like shine. And that's what I really appreciate about Artistry Unbound, not only Artistry Unbound, but just the music scene in Michigan, especially with people like around our ages. I think everybody's working really hard, really for the most part know who they are, but they want everybody to be included. I find that very powerful overall.
Well, I think we need to announce the winner now. I think Justice is out there.
Yeah. I will say we have two other people that haven't said their experience with AU.
Do we want to go? Yeah, we can go through this.
Man, AU is just, first of all, like I just want to say, like my first initial contact with AU was when they did an event on Casual Street or a Casual Stage, whatever it's called. But first and foremost, and it's not to backlash on anybody or making them feel bad about their stuff. I literally seen the best underground Detroit like art, like display that I've ever seen in my life, and I've been around, bro. Like I literally been around. Like I've been to different places, different scenes, and that was it. And that's what blew my mind initially. And like I said, my homeboy was just playing his beats, and I freestyled. And this is at a time where I'm putting out my music finally after years. My friends will tell you, man, after years, like finally putting it out and getting that chance to just go on stage, because like they just that free. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're just like, go ahead, get a chance. You know what I'm saying? And having that moment, and it basically changed the way that I'm viewing this, because it's like, wow, like these opportunities I was waiting on, hoping for are here now. And it's like, wow, like it just make you feel like you doing something right. And AU it's necessary, man. It's necessary.
Yeah. And Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I've been around, like me, Justice and Fetty, like those the homies for real, you know. So like I've been kind of cool with them since really the conception of AU. You feel me? And while I do think, you know, I do think that the space itself is providing like a lot more for artists than a lot of these other platforms that are trying to, you know, produce something. Again, not trying to throw
no shade.
But I mean, for me, what was really inspiring is being able to see like the human aspect of putting something like this together and creating this platform for artists from like start to where it is now. Because it's like, you know, to see the result is one thing, you know, to see somebody stay up overnight, you know, be pulling their hair out about how is we finna get this thing that seems simple to us on the outside. What is this post, you know, that may not get the engagement I'm looking for?
Exactly.
What's that about to look like? You know, putting hours into that, like, it's inspiring on a like super deep level. You feel me? Because it kind of it transforms into something for everybody, you know, and it shows you that it can be done, and it might be long, and it might be a hard process, and it probably won't look like what you want it to look like, but you can do it. You know what I'm saying? That's inspiring. Like it instigates action. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, shout out AU, man.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
Shout out AU. Where's Justice? You just say AU and she just pops out of nowhere.
I do. I pop out of the room.
Like
yeah, I know. Literally. Oh my goodness. So obviously we took a little bit longer deliberating, letting you guys talk, because I mean, it's hard. Like, I personally have a relationship with all of you that is so different. And it's like, how am I supposed to choose who, you know, gets to do something so special with JK? Like, John has been amazing. If he's up there, he can hear me, he can talk, he knows everything that he's done for us and the platform that he's given all of you guys and us. Shout out John.
I appreciate you, John.
You know?
JK
So I'm just happy to be able to just have a day with y'all. Like, today's been a great day. We had a photo shoot with all of our photographers that are around the room. Y'all can't see them, but they're in every corner of this room.
They did their thing.
You hear some snapping. It's been amazing. But now the moment of truth. This is weird. This is hard to do. But
I wish I had a snare drum so I could give you a drum.
I know. We should for next time.
Yeah.
See, that's the behind the scenes brain. That's what it is. But the person who is going to be coming back to this wonderful studio and recording with John will be, drum roll, can we do it? It will be Khalfani.
There you go, yeah.
Congratulations, bro.
Shout out Khalfani.
Congratulations.
If you want to say anything.
Man, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for even having me. Thank you. No, thank you, y'all.
Y'all play too much.
Because this is an amazing space. I know we all walked in and was just flabbergasted, amazed. So I feel very honored, and thank you all for embracing my art as well.
Yeah, of course.
For sure, I want to say one thing, man. Thank you so much. Just thank everybody. Thank everybody for being here. Congratulations to my brother. We all great artists. You feel me? We ain't got to, you know, just because he won don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
you feel me?
And
like,
we'll be happy to welcome all
no,
y'all
literally,
back,
congratulations to my brother. You feel me? We all gonna have our chance. You feel me? Like, that ain't none. You feel me? I don't feel no competition toward, you know, although it is like whatever. But you know,
Yeah.
hey, congratulations, man. No. I just want to say, thank y'all, man. This is real love, man. I appreciate this. This is very genuine. You feel me? Real love, real genuine love. Thank you for the community, this sense of community that y'all creating. Thank you for allowing us to be in this space. Just thank y'all for thank y'all for being behind the scenes, everybody who behind the scenes. Really appreciate y'all. Once again, congratulations to Khalfani. I don't want to continue to yap, but congratulations to you, my brother. You deserve it.
No, I thank everybody here for being here, on time and punctual. I appreciate that. I know we weren't on time and punctual starting the live stream, and that's my fault.
I be whipping them into shape. Y'all know. The first time I talked to John and Tom, I was like, y'all don't worry about us being there. If they're not there, it's going to be me dealing with them. And they don't want to see that, so they're going to be on time. All right, baby?
Scary hours.
So, but I appreciate you five being here. Khalfani, All Praze, Chris Powerz, Maverick Daniel, and Say. Appreciate Justice for curating these amazing people. So remember, this is Off the Record here at JK Not Kidding Studios in collaboration with AU. We would love to do another one. I don't know who we're gonna have on next. Maybe we do some singers.
Ooh.
That's what's so special about AU, bro. They can do photographers,
anything.
videographers, models. We gonna have,
Literally.
That's what's so nice about us out here. That's what's so nice about us.
Maybe we do producers. Who knows?
I mean, we could literally do anything.
Yeah.
It starts from here, y'all.
Yeah.
It's only up.
It's only up.
It's only up.
If some of y'all don't want to do the models.
We appreciate you watching. Make sure you follow everybody here. Follow Artistry Unbound. Follow JK Not Kidding Studios, Birdfight Records. We appreciate y'all. You have a great